James, how are you?
Doing well.
Thanks for coming in and thanks for visiting with us. Tell us about your story. How did you end up at Hardin-Simmons?
Well, I've lived in Abilene since 2004. Came from mostly being raised in the San Angelo area. And so I moved for a job in 2004 to be an engineer at KGNZ, which is a local Christian radio station, and still volunteer a lot of my time there. Went through a few different industries, did some broadcast engineering, worked for some of the stations in town here and television stations, and also did production work at some churches and other places. And in all those jobs, they all kind of require some form of IT, so it was easy to package IT into whatever else I was doing. So I came from another university where I was tasked with their IT duties, and so I kind of got the bug for working in university systems and really enjoy it. And the opportunity came up. Dr. Ashby, we went to college together, and he brought me on, or he floated the idea of me coming over to Hardin-Simmons. So we worked through that, and I've been here since February.
Well, I'm glad you're here. What is it that you love about Hardin-Simmons students? Because you get to work with the network, and they really know that the Wi-Fi network is incredibly important for their future. What is it you love about Hardin-Simmons students?
I'll say Hardin-Simmons students are very respectful, and I with the experience that I have from other universities that I've worked with, it's definitely different and noticeable. So I would say they are very respectful on the most part, and it's just a unique experience from the normal university settings, I believe.
What is it that you enjoy doing in your free time when you get away? I'm assuming it's not getting on computers.
Yeah, no, not typically. I do a lot of electronics. I repair a lot of equipment. I've done electrical engineering style things with my grandfather for decades, and when he passed, I continued that tradition on. And so I like to take things apart and put them back together and
see how they work.
Yeah.
And hopefully they work.
And usually they work.
How did you get the radio bug and all that? Where did all that come in?
So again, it's kind of with the electronics. That kind of started it. And my grandfather was like the third highest World War II radio engineer.
Wow.
And so he taught radio at Keesler Air Force Base.
It's Florida?
In Mississippi.
Mississippi, okay.
So he got me started at a very young age. I think we started working on circuits and things when I was about 7 or 8. So I've been messing with computers on and off most of my life. So,
you think it's important for kids to understand how actually the computer works?
I do.
Why?
I feel like knowing the function or how something functions is a critical aspect of most mechanical and electronic things, and it just gives you a better perspective of how you should think about problem solving, and how it solves problems, and how you can interface better with the devices.
That's good. Well, if it's any consolation, even older people need to know technology. When I practiced law, I actually had to network our computers together. I had no clue how to do it. Bought a network card, stuck it in there, play with it for a week, and it worked. So it's important even as you get older to stay abreast. Tell me, if there was one thing you could do the rest of your life, every single day, what would that be?
I'd say glorify God.
Really?
Yeah. I haven't been a humble person all my life, and in the past few years it's really been nice to be able to be humbled in a lot of situations, and also to really recognize that Jesus gives us the ability to glorify Him in everything that we do. So
Why is humility such a vital component of a Christian walk?
Acceptance from others, I believe. It's hard to not be humble and for someone to respect you or to listen to you and acknowledge you. And as a larger person in general, it's hard to be humble just in stature. So just to be able to take those moments to be humble and to speak humbly to others, I've gained a great respect for that.
Yeah, you learn a lot more if you do that. Well, I appreciate you coming in, and I appreciate you sharing about your experiences, and can't wait to hear you on the radio. Hopefully we'll get to hear you on the radio once in a while.
I'm every once in a while, but most of the time I'm behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's good. Well, thanks for coming in.